Warning: this contains adult content, adult language, adult views, a bunch of adult stuff that children should not see. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our discussion of Digimon, aka Hey Digimon Fans, Season 2 Part 2. Now, Season 2 only gets to Part 2 because there was so much shit compacted into those episodes that we had to give it a Part 2.
Yes, we did.
And as always, I'm your boy, Lord Black Joker 46. You know, switch the ones around and you have my original intro. Alongside Darkside, who yesterday got the stick up his ass for all that bullshit. And notice, this is not our usual game we play while doing our discussions. If you notice, there's a chick on the screen, very short skirt, very high knee socks. Well,
And a very nice booty.
thank you, Darkside, for letting everyone know you lust after video games.
Peaches remind you of booty.
But anyway, as you
Peaches
guys can see,
reminds
this
you of
is
booty.
Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. And as I was just telling Darkside, there are a few things that have changed in this game.
They got 7 new Digimon.
Yes, including one which is the Mega Digivolution for Sylphimon. As you can see, my Sakuyamon is turning back into Sylphimon because I Digivolved her to Sakuyamon due to the fact I did not have the Mega in because the update hadn't came out yet. But now that I can get the Mega, which is down below, and it's not that bad to really get it because if I look at her stats, she's almost there actually. Let's see, speed has to be 160, intelligent 130, and intelligence is 85. So if I really focus with her, then we can get everything we need. Attack needs to be 130 and the attack is at 80. So if we go ahead and move Sylphimon to the main party, but first we're going to look at all the Digivolutions that we have for it and which one is the closest one for us to get. And the closest one for us to get is Dynasmon. And just as I just like to say before we actually get into discussing, I hate Dynasmon. I hate Dynasmon and Crusadermon.
I don't even know why they consider them Royal Knights when they're actually evil.
Because even the greatest of anything has evil as Digimon. Look at who is it? Look at season 4 with the original Spirit of Darkness and how it came out to be, but everything prevailed in the end. But we're not here to talk about that. What we're here to do is we're here to really just mainly focus on the season. So as we left it off, we just found out that Arukenimon, a control-inspired made Digimon, or Digimon made from essence of something. I'm not really too sure what she was made from. Essence of evil, along with her lover, her Digi-lover rather, Mummymon, had freed a bunch of Digimon and brought them to the real world.
Yes. And a lot of shit is going on because they're also working for this weird ass creepy looking dude, and they start giving dark spores to little kids.
And you want to know the creepiest part of all?
Which turns them into people just like Ken.
But do you know the creepiest part of that whole entire segment of that?
He's in a white van getting kids to come in it.
Not the fact that he's a pedophile, no. The fact that he
What?
looks like a downgraded version of Orochimaru from Naruto.
Oh, yeah, true.
White skin, hair down past his ears, wearing a purple raincoat, and promising children to fulfill their dreams. No more pedophilia needed, as we're gonna get past and go into this. So we introduced Imperial German Dragon mode last discussion.
Yes.
In this one, they get a little bit more power, amping them up to what is known as Imperial Digimon Fighter Mode.
Digimon Fighter Mode.
And for anyone who doesn't know what it looks like, I'll show you. Where is he at?
Who is a badass.
If you pay close attention, this is Dragon Mode. A very, very, very big ass dragon with a cannon on his back. And yes, he looks mostly like Vmon because he's mostly Vmon. The armor comes from Stingmon, but it's an upgraded version. So, when they got this one and they were doing battle with someone, what happens? Oh my god, he gets frozen with a Digivirus. And so they needed more help and people gave their energy to him. So now, as you can see, Dragon Mode is about to Digivolve, or mode change. And basically this is what happened. Imperial Digimon Dragon Mode Digivolve 2 or mode change to
Fighter Mode.
Imperial Digimon Fighter Mode. And look, he looks almost exactly the same, only difference is he's standing on 2 feet. He has fingers on both of them, and he has a positron laser.
Yes.
Along with most of his dragon form being just utterly shifted, because if you're looking back, there's his bottom jaw. Up front is the front of his face, and the dragon part that where you see all the teeth and everything is where the head is. Sorry guys, I have the hiccups and I have a couple stitches in my face, so you have to forgive me if I manage to pause for a second. But yes, here's Imperial Digimon Fighter Mode. And as we go on to really look at it, Imperial Digimon Fighter Mode is said to be a better version of Imperial Digimon. He's a little bit more swifter, and the fact that he's on feet makes him a little bit better. And as the Digidestin go along and, you know, stop the whole control spire thing, get rid of the control spires in the real world, and bring Digimon back to the digital world where they belong, which basically means the Digidestin have become immigration.
Yes, yes they have.
Because Digimon who snuck across the border. And no, I'm not making Mexican jokes.
Ho ho ho.
What's up, Lord Death? Do me a favor, subscribe and push that like button if you're watching this through YouTube. You know, I need more subscribers, so everyone who seems to see this video, please do me a favor and subscribe for the next video we're gonna make. Or actually, we have time to make it in this one. Will be a discussion between me and Darkside about our favorite Digimon.
Our favorite Digimon.
Yes, we're gonna compare. And as you can see, Darkside is still copying things that I say, so he's getting raped with a vacuum stick tonight. And yes, everyone, that is a joke. I don't rape people with vacuum sticks.
Except maybe his old lady.
Sorry, I don't even rape my old lady with a vacuum stick. My old lady gets the D.
You can't really rape the willing, though.
Exactly, my old lady gets the D. My room is the G spot. Call me Mr. Flintstone. Yeah, I make her bedrock. All that was created by Young Money Entertainment. Please don't sue me. I need my life. Ah, you're on mine. Okay. So basically, what it is, as we get to the closing scene of this saga, because alright, thank you, but if you're on YouTube, do me a favor and go ahead and subscribe and push that like button. For I need a lot of subscriptions and I need a lot of likes. For the more subscription and the more likes, the more videos I'll actually do. I'll even take suggestions for people. If for all Pokemon fans, we are also taking suggestions to talk about anything related to Pokemon that you honestly want to talk about.
We'll also do other video games as well as other animes. Just let us know.
Exactly.
Because
and we'll do our research and we'll do
I have seen a shit ton of anime.
But back to the story at hand. So after the Digi-Destined have managed to become the Digi immigration service and get all the Digimon back without much hassle, besides blowing up a few here and there, then what happens is they come across their greatest enemy, who manages to even defeat Black War Greymon, who at this point is on their side. And a gift from Azulonmon makes him a actual Digimon. And within his sacrifice of destroying his body, he seals the gates that the guy would use to get to the digital world. And he prevents him from being able to get in that way. So what happens? He gathers all the children he kidnaps around Japan into a van, and he drives them. Let's see. He harvests their dark spores, and he makes it to where they all sing a gay-ass faggoty fag song. Boys and girls, boys and girls,
let's all go to the
digital world. Yes, that is the gayest song since Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination, and Winnie's Tall is what you call a dinosaur sensation. Yes, he is the gayest one. That is the gayest song I've ever heard. But it kind of works because it takes him to a dimension where Digimon, it's not exactly the digital world, but it's not exactly Earth. And in a way, a non-related way, Davis is actually worth something in this. Because he brings every Digivolution of every Digimon he's had into existence all at one time, and they start kicking the villain's ass, which it all turns out to be Myotismon back again, and he mode changed
into Myotismon.
Myotismon, yes.
Which for some reason they did not put in the video game yet.
Retarded as fuck. I'm not even kidding. He looks retarded as fuck because he looks like every child's nightmare of their childhood rapist.
I'm not gonna lie though. I actually when I played Digimon Battle
Def,
Arena
I actually
2,
do
he was
remember
in
you.
it,
The thing is, I just didn't recall you at the time. I've been going through a lot, you know. My mouth hurts a little bit because I have a couple stitches in from a little operation I had in my mouth, and I gotta go back on the 29th and get something done again before Darkseid makes a gay joke. Don't even try, you motherfucker. But anyway,
Sucking too much dick.
Sorry, I don't suck dick. I eat pussy. But anyway, back to the thing. After they managed to realize that they can bring all their Digivolutions into the battle, it goes, let's see, it goes Gatomon, Angelomon, Nefertimon. It goes every Digivolution of every Digi-Destined that happens to be there all at the same time, and they manage to blast him into the digital world, where after they exit that room, it's just the main Digimon, which means, yeah, they kind of broke the fourth wall right there, literally.
Yeah.
And what happens, Myotismon turns out to be not that hard of an enemy to beat, because after they defeat him for good, everyone in the whole in the entire world actually gets a Digivice.
And it turns out the real reason the guy was being such a douche was because he wanted his Digimon.
And his Digimon had been waiting over 30 years for him. Because it turns out that Cody's dad was his best friend, and when Cody's dad died, the guy was all alone. So we sing him an Akon song. Lonely, I Mr. Lonely, I have nobody. Darkseid, stop copying after me, otherwise I'm gonna rape you with this damn stick.
But and he literally breaks down crying and
turns into butterflies.
And holds his Digimon tight, and he Yeah, he turns into butterflies to protect the digital world so that the boundaries can't be broken down again.
Which means now that Digimon goes to the Digimon orphanage with this Digivice because its Digidestin or its Digimon partner has no body now.
Yes. And his Digimon starts crying. I finally get to see you, and you die, and Digimon starts crying, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, he says we'll meet again, which means technically I think that guy got turned into a Digimon technically.
True, I think so too.
Because Malo Mayoda's mom had been raping him for so long that his body was of no use to him anymore.
His body was destroyed.
Yes. And seeing as we have wrapped up in only 15 minutes the last little bit of Digimon Season 2, now we get into the discussion of Lord Black versus Darkseid. And here are my top favorite Digimon from Season 1, because this is where we're starting at. Season 1, I pick War Greymon for my Mega. I pick Magna Angemon for my ultimate. I pick Angemon for my champion. And as for my rookie, I think I'll go with Agumon.
Alright, and here's my list. For my Mega, I'm going with Omnimon.
Omnimon is... No, wait, you can't use Omnimon.
Well, technically, in Season 1, he is technically a Mega. They didn't come out with Ultras yet.
Yes, but at the same time, he wasn't premiered in Season 1. He wasn't premiered until the movie that they did, so you can't even use him.
Damn it. Okay, so my Mega has to be War Greymon as well. My favorite ultimate has to be Skull Greymon.
Okay.
My champion has to be... My champion has to be Seadramon.
Pussy!
And then for my rookie, I would have to pick... Oh, that's a tough one. It would have to be Betamon.
So there go your ones for Season 1. Betamon kinda is canon for Season 1, seeing as we found out that he digivolves to Seadramon.
Yes. And they do technically fight they end up seeing Betamon.
My thing is, though, I don't think that the same Betamon and the same Seadramon were the same ones from that season, so... But
True.
I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Let's see. So, in comparison, since we both chose War Greymon, that's an instant win for him. He goes to the Hall of Fame. As of Ultimates, I kinda think my Ultimate defeats your Ultimate. And I'll tell you why. What's your Ultimate gonna do? Throw his missile at me, right?
True.
I'm gonna open a gate of destiny and swallow that missile. And no, I don't mean homosexually, so I'm already carding that one. But he's gonna make sure that missile doesn't hit him, and then he's gonna use that little shank on his wrist to actually stab your Digimon, cut him in half, and delete him. So I think Magna Angemon takes the gold for that one. Now, as of champions, I gotta say Angemon's gonna walk right through him too, due to the fact of you saw how he walked through Devamon.
True.
And for rookies, we're gonna just say it's even.
Yeah, there's no way to actually pick a good rookie.
Exactly, there's no real way to pick a good rookie, so there we go. I honestly think I'm leading, what, 4-2?
But for alright, for Season 2, my Mega has to be Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode. My ultimate has to be Marine Devimon.
My ultimate is still sticking with Magna Angemon.
For my champion, let's see.
And the reason why I still stay with Magna Angemon is due to the fact of Magna Angemon versus Black War Greymon. Black War Greymon was almost destroyed by Magna Angemon, which honestly goes to show that, you know, the Light of Hope is honestly one of the strongest crests ever, because he can even go toe-to-toe with War Greymon, to be honest with you.
True.
Because he could swallow that Terror Force with that Gate of Destiny, and no, I'm not talking homosexually. So Darkseid, flag on that play. And yes, I have played Digimon World 3, and I did love Digimon World 3. I only played it for 10 seconds, to be honest with you, but just from the gameplay I did, it was honestly pretty good.
I actually still have a physical copy of Digimon World 3. In fact, I'm looking at it right now.
So yes, to answer your question, we did play Digimon World 3, and honestly, I think it's awesome, but they also did a pretty good job with Digimon World 4.
Yes, they did. Digimon World 4 was also badass.
And this is where we get into the discussion with Digimon World 4, because we have a nice bit of time, because at the end, in about, 9 minutes, we're actually gonna cut to doing Season 3 of Digimon.
Yes.
Where we're just gonna break down a bunch of things before actually talking about how the season went.
Yes. Now, I actually know a bit of lore about Digimon World 4. They actually came out with a movie before they came out with Digimon World 4, which actually explained how it began. Something ended up happening in the digital world, which made false Digimon.
Actually, no, they weren't false Digimon. They were Digimon infected by the X virus.
Well, they called them fake Digimon in the movie.
They called them fake, but they were just infected Digimon.
Yes, and that's how we got the X forms of the Digimon. And a lot of them were badass, but then they had some that were like, literally, what the fuck? Have you ever seen X-Form Gatsumon? It literally looks like a rock sumo wrestler, no joke.
And basically what happened was, here's the thing, a virus infected a bunch of Digimon, and the cure was actually inside of a Digimon called Doraemon.
Yes, which was an X-infected created Digimon.
Who also had the ability to cure you, but as his journey went along, he met a bunch of other Digimon, including one of my favorites, War Greymon X. He met Metal Garurumon X. And those two teamed up.
And then there's also Omnimon X and Black War Garurumon X.
Also, there is a, let's see, Susanowomon X, but basically we're gonna break down the movie for you. Doraemon goes on this giant journey to find the Royal Knights, who are still working for King Drezel, as King Drezel wanted all the X virus Digimon to be
destroyed.
Yes. Okay, so according to Death, his favorite, and I don't mean the actual Death, I mean the guy commenting because he's awesome and he's on my thing, so shout out to you. You win MVP for the day. Saying that Vote has not commented like she usually does. I guess it's because we don't see Bulma's tits on the car. But this is honestly what it is. The Digimon, he digivolves like 3 times and becomes a Royal Knight actually, because Doraemon actually becomes Alphamon X, and Alphamon X asks the other Royal Knights why were they hunting him, and this, that, and the other. So according to, you know,
and Alphamon is actually a legend. Of all the Royal Knights. He was actually rumored to not exist at all.
And yes, he proved himself, because what happened was, I think he lost his memory or something. I actually have to go back and watch the movie, because it honestly was a good movie.
Yes, even though they never did bring it to America and made it English dub. It was actually a really good movie.
Yeah, so if you guys are on YouTube, go ahead and look that up. Digimon X Evolution is the name of the movie. And to get into discussing the game. Now, the game itself gets a solid, for me, it gets a 7 out of 10.
Because, like, the Digimon actually hold and use weapons.
That's not why it gets a 7 out of 10 for me. What gets a 7 out of 10 for me is the fact that they got mostly lazy with creating some of these Digimon, the names of them, and things like that. Because, honestly, here's the thing. Upon entering the game, you find out that you have now been recruited to join the Digimon Security Guard. First of all, who the fuck wants to be a security guard? I don't ever remember growing up telling my mom, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a security guard. Second, once you actually get your weapon, well, your Digimon, depending on who you get, it is, what? You get to choose between 4. Agumon, Guilmon, Doramon, and Vmon. All of them being X Digimon. So it's Agumon X, Guilmon X, Doramon X, and what's his name? Oh yes, Vmon X. So upon those, each one of them is given a weapon skill. It's either slash, stab, blunt, or
shooting.
Yeah. But those aren't the 4. I think it's slash, bash, crush, and something else. It's like a list of what you'll get, and you get to choose your weapon, and you report to Lady Ophanimon and the Digigate. She'll tell you, welcome to the security guard. We got a couple people missing, and we need you to go find them. So as you're exploring, you get to your first dungeon, and the first person you fight is Mammothmon.
Yes.
But as we break it down a little bit more, but before I get to breaking it down a little bit more, Darkside, what was your comment?
I honestly forgot.
I should rape you with this damn stick.
But the thing is, with your weapons, the more you use a certain type of weapon, the more skill you get in that weapon, which would let you upgrade your weapon into a better form. And if you don't have enough skill points in that weapon, you won't be able to use it.
Exactly. And this is the game where blood does not actually exist. But you know, the game gets a solid 7 out of 10 due to storyline being strong. Due to
I give it a 9.
You give it a 9, I give it a 7, which is a combined score of 8. So between the two of us, it gets an 8 out of 10. Okay, so when you get your Digimon to a certain level, you'll unlock a Digivolution. Now, here's where they lose points with me at, because when you get when you get to level 16, if you're Agumon, you get Guilmon, Guilmon gets Vmon, Vmon gets Doramon, which means you're able to Digivolve into all the rookie forms.
Yes, but here's the thing. You can only Digivolve into those rookie forms, but if you get far enough in the game and you go through the graveyard, you actually unlock your true Digivolution. But you gotta do it within a set time period.
Which means if you do the Undead Yard, which is filled with over 279 Mummymon, and Mega Rogue Digimon, because that's what their enemy was called, Mega Rogue X. And you got Mega Rogue 1 through 7, and then all the way to 10. But 8 and 9 were never seen because they infested Royal Knight. They infested the Royal Knight. And we'll get it. That's also one of the reasons why I don't like a certain Royal Knight, who I've mentioned before, Dynasmon and Crusadermon. So, will I ever get them in this game? Only time will tell. But basically, you get through the graveyard and you defeat all the enemies. For Agumon, you get Wargreymon X. For Doramon, you get Clavis Angemon, which is an ultimate. And I must say, it was a shitty Digimon.
Yeah, but the thing
is,
to have
the brand of Angemon.
Yes, but but there was actually a secret mission you had to do in order to get Alphamon, because you could get Dorumon to go to Alphamon, but you have to do a certain mission.
And yes, I do happen to have the game, and I do happen to have most of the Digivolutions. Let's see. The next one would be, if you chose Vmon, I think you get, who is it? Were-Garurumon. And this is not your regular Were-Garurumon with the knee pads, spikes, and knuckles. No, this is one wearing a full-blown kind of ninja suit, but it looks kind of gay. And if you go for Gilmon, you get Hercules Kabuterimon. Now there is a way to get let's see, Gallantmon. Yes, there is a way to get Gallantmon Crimson Mode, and when you get his signature weapon, because each Digimon gets signature weapons in this game, and each signature weapon adds a little bit to him. Like if you get War Greymon signature weapons, which is War Greymon X, you get two big ass 3-clawed hands called the Kaiser Knuckles. For Black War Greymon X, you get the Demon Arms. For Imperial German X, you get guns. Imperial German Paladin Mode X, you get a sword or swords. Beelzemon, you get Nova Spheres, which are big ass triangle shaped guns, and so on and so on. But we're not. Look, the thing why I got a 7 out of 10 with me was basically lack of better boards. You only get 4 boards, but you get like 5-6 enemies in each one. Let's see. When it came to making the Digimon, some Digimon came out with no fucking toes. And yes, creators, I'm talking about Ogremon. Goblimon's name in the game was Gababorimon. Who the fuck can even pronounce that shit?
No, it's Gaborimon.
Gaborimon. Sounds like a bad abortion that you can't get rid of. I'm sorry, your daughter's in the middle of a Gabori. Oh my god, not my precious Tina, and it's our quinceañera.
Now, now PlayStation, if you ever watch this video, here's the thing. Put Digimon World 4 on the PS2 download list on the PSN store, and enable online multiplayer for it. That way you can play it with your friends.
Exactly, and we have a question from our good friend Death, and he asks, have we ever heard of Victory Greymon? Oh hell yes, I've heard of Victory Greymon, and to tell you the truth,
and he is awesome.
He's fucking fantastic. Victory Greymon is another Digivolution for the Agumon line, and the only way to get him is with his own signature Greymon line, which I can't exactly find on the internet to find out what's his signature line, but I'm gonna let you know that fucker comes with 3 swords in one. One that looks, actually it's 2 swords in one with 3 blades. The middle one comes out, and then you have the other one which you hold kinda like 2 long ass, like a big ass fork that you, a tuning fork. And honestly, he's basically a shield and sword in one. He's fucking awesome. The fact that he does not have the Greymon Destroyers, or the Draymon Destroyers as they're called. He doesn't have those, which means his mobility for his hands are better. Because if you look at the Digimon movie, when Diaboromon knocked off Greymon's Draymon Destroyers, what happened? He said, you know what, I don't need them fuckers. Bam! Smacked his ass dead in there. He was the bitch of the week. But, let's see. The game also has, let's see, it gets a solid 8 out of 10 because you also get to fight King Digimon. Which means there's a King Goblimon. I'm not calling him Gaborimon because that's fucking retarded. Let's see, you get to fight King Numamon, King Ogremon, you get to fight King, you get to fight a lot of King Digimon that have like a little either purple, green, or orange crown sitting by their feet or something. That's how you know it's a king one, because it takes longer to slay than the other ones.
Yes, there is actually a king version of every regular Digimon you fight, and you get a lot of experience for them.
Thank you for cutting me off and proving my point. And honestly, the thing with Digimon World 4, I would have loved if they would have continued the line on GameCube or on the Nintendo Wii and to the Wii U. The thing is, the Digimon's World line, I think, ends at Digimon World 6 or something. I'm not really sure. But it is
They
awesome.
haven't even made Digimon World 6 yet.
No, I did not know you could get him in Digimon Masters Online.
What?
I bet he's awesome. He's talking about Victory Greymon.
Oh.
Honestly, I think that they should include him in their very next update. I would love to have a Victory Greymon.
I do know that they do plan to put him on.
Well, that's good, because the minute he does, I'm gonna be on YouTube ranting like a fucking psychopath. And here's gonna be my rant. Oh my god, 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 ay 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 ay. And if you call me Alpha 5, I'll shank you.
I do know technically you actually can't. They do have Digimon World 4 for the GameCube. And I do know that you can actually put it in the Wii U and play it if you have the
control.
Yeah, if you actually have one of the classic controllers and the setup to use it.
Honestly, in the regular Nintendo Wii, you don't actually need classic controllers. You can use the GameCube controller themselves. And to everyone who owns a Nintendo GameCube still, I own one as well. And if you still own your Nintendo brand controllers, do me a favor. Don't sell those things, because those things are extremely rare. I repeat, they are extremely rare because Nintendo no longer makes GameCube controllers. GameStop makes them, and GameStop does one hell of a job. Now, I went to Play and Trade, which is a brand that I have here. Darkside, do you have a game store called Play and Trade where you live at?
We had one for a while, but they went out of business real quick.
Good, because their classic controllers are shitty. Because now, if you look at a couple of my other videos, I honestly bought some. I named one OJ the Juice Man, which was my orange one. The orange one didn't even last the whole fucking day. I had a black one and I got a Luigi Mansion style one. And both of them, the control sticks are wobbly as hell. So you know what that means? Fuck you, Play and Trade, you ain't shit. I'd piss in your coffee and shit in your breakfast like I would do Donald Trump. Both of you guys are the fucking same. I hate you both. And I hope you all go out of business. I hope Donald Trump loses every fucking dime he has. Yes, America, I hate Donald Trump. He's the new Adolf Hitler. And yes, that is my opinion only. And if you want to send me to jail for my opinion, guess what? Eat a large sack of baby dicks.
Now, I actually have two GameCube controllers. I have the little mini purple one that was available when the GameCube was still popular. And then I also have a clear orange one. But here's where I'm going to get super old school. I still have an original Nintendo 64 controller.
Well, guess what? I still have... This will get even more medieval on your ass. I still have a Super Nintendo with a copy of Super Mario World.
Alright, I'm going to beat your ass here. I still have a Sega Game Gear that still works with a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 that still works.
I still have a fucking Sega Genesis, so we're kind of tied. We're not gonna win this competition, Darkside. Let's stop having it. Let's get back to the issues, which means, okay, so the thing with Digimon World 4, the ending is so anticlimactic because you have to solve the biggest puzzle, which is how to get to the main boss. And then they make you fight one of the best Digimon in the game, Imperial Dramon, Dragon Mode. Like, how y'all gonna use the man against us and y'all gave us Fighter Mode and Paladin Mode? You know what? You guys are a bunch of crybaby bitches. And I love you guys. I may hate the fact that you made me fight myself in Dragon Mode, but hey, you guys made one hell of a game, is why it's sitting at a solid 8 with us right now, with a combined score of 8. Now, if you want to make it a combined score of 10, 10, and I'm not talking about that old bullshit ass collect phone number they used to give you to try to dial someone when you were too lazy to dial 1-800-COLLECT. I'm not talking 10, 10, 3, 2, 1. I'm talking about, if you guys want to get a solid 10 for me and him, put it as an online game in the PSN store, and tell you the truth, don't even overcharge us for it. Make it $5.
Technically, they could get away with 15.
Alright, make it $15. Make sure you give Ogremon his toes. Make sure that the Digimon don't look like they're swaying their hips when they run this time. And make sure that the missions are honestly unglitchable. Because you guys had some glitches, like I remember I ran around and I found this one secret board, and this is like I had to find it before the guy on YouTube showed me. If you go into the Mummy Desert and you're heading towards Mallow Myotismon, what you're gonna do is, instead of going to your left, you're gonna go to your right, and you're gonna go up there and you're gonna shoot one of those walls down. There'll be a switch to where you can walk up into those guns. If you have to move infinite impact, like up your impact to infinite, and then go in there and use one infinite impact, and I'll promise you, you will destroy those guns and you can clear your path. So when you get ready to walk around, because yes, that I know it's doing a lot of extra shit, but when you get ready to walk around, you will have your fucking freedom to go ahead and shoot down the things you need to. Also, ride the storm train, get to the power plant, and shoot everything. Don't skip the storm train, because the storm train is very important. And also, make sure you hit the arrows on time. It's like hitting the girl's G-spot. If you hit it, she'll make the most amusing noise you've ever heard. And you won't hit it just once, you'll hit it more than once. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Alright.
Now, and do us all a favor and make that little raft mission a little bit easier. I'm not gonna lie, that one mission I literally spent hours doing over and over to get all the goddamn captured Digi-Elves. I mean,
dude,
I'm not gonna lie, that shit got annoying.
It's not even that hard. What you do is up petty fire to infinite fire, because infinite fire launches 5 of them at once. Also, make it online playable so then he doesn't have to go through the game alone. And what you do is you release a code to where if you pre-order the game, you release a code where you can like dial in to get the Digimon that you have on your list. All the Digimon that you have, you release them as codes and, you know, DLC or whatever. People will honestly go bonkers for that shit.
Oh, big time. I mean,
like
honestly,
me,
just
I would love
to
just start off the game as Susanowomon with my Orochi Slayers.
Hell, at this point, you might as well just remake the game.
Yes, and we would love it.
And then after Digimon World 4, they came out with Digimon World Data Squad.
And I'm gonna say that game gets a 2 for me.
Yeah, the game was short and it wasn't really that good.
Like, you guys gave us the thing to where the Digimon would Digivolve into any Digimon at any time. Like, anytime it would say Digivolve and you click it, it go to a random ass Digimon. Darkside, I wanted you to answer this question. Where they do that at?
I have no idea.
So that game gets a solid 2, which brings it up to a solid, what, 2 from us, because we both agree that it's a 2. We don't bring it up to a combined score of 4, it stays at a combined score of 2, which means we each give it a 1.
Yeah. And then they came out with Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, which means the Digimon World thing ended with Data Squad.
Yes, and Digimon Story Cyber Sleuths get a solid 10 from us.
Yes.
The reason
so
why...
technically it's a 20.
Yeah, a combined score of 20, which means you broke the Funometer. Thank you, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Also, if you look at my list, you'll see Omnimon, Alphamon, Cherubimon, Imperial Dramon, Ophanimon, Yule Force Vidramon. If you're wondering who X90 is, it's Seraphimon. I forgot how to spell Seraphimon, so I never took the chance to rename him. If anybody knows how to spell Seraphimon, and it doesn't mean that I'm stupid, so fuck you guys if you're saying, oh my god, how stupid can he be? Oh my god, thank you for telling me. He also says we can get the Spirit Digimon in Digimon, what is it? Digimon Masters Online. Now, to tell you the truth, we're honestly gonna skip Season 3 due to the fact Season 3 wasn't all that important, and they only introduced one thing. Bio-merging, which means it was a step towards you becoming a Digimon. You merge with your Digimon.
Well, actually, there is one thing I gotta say about Digimon World 3 though.
That they
I mean,
released
my bad, Digimon Tamers.
That the fact that they had Magidramon, which made it fucking awesome.
No, actually, it actually brings on a backstory which shows the Digimon battle with Ken, which shows how he got the Dark Spore.
Actually, that was in Season 2 that it showed that, and then you saw Rio from Season 3 in Season 2,
Yes.
which means Season 3 and Season 2 kind of collide, like their universes were actually kind of connected.
No. Actually, no. This is actually what it was. Rio was actually from the Season 1 universe. What happened
Season 1
was
universe, Ken and them weren't even in there. Ken didn't go to the digital world until after Ty and them saved it the first time.
Yeah, so it basically near Season 2.
It was in Season 2.
Yeah, and what happened is Ken and Rio fight together, and Cyberdramon absorbs the data of the Digimon.
That's where you find out the Digimon are now being eaten. So thank you for stepping in the foot of Pokemon.
Hold on, let me finish here. And what happens was it makes Cyberdramon go mad because of all the virus data. And the thing is, the Digimon that they just defeated evolves from Chimeramon, which gives it like an infinite loop kind of thing, because Ken makes Chimeramon, which digivolves into the Digimon that they fought, which infects Ken with the Dark Spore, which makes him make Chimeramon. So it does an infinite loop kind of thing. But here's the thing. After that battle, Ken is now infected with the Dark Spore and they go home. But the thing is, Rio actually goes into the wrong universe and ends up in the Digimon Tamer universe, and his Digivice gets an upgrade.
So there you go, people. That's the things we're gonna mention from Season 3, along with the Biomerge Digivolutions, because honestly they did a good job with Season 3. It's just I didn't care much for Season 3, except for when Susie came into the digital world and turned a Deva into her Digimon. Like, I was like, oh my god, they did not give this little girl a giant rabbit. And it was awesome, to tell you the truth. Like, I'm gonna put it like this. Here's everything that happened in Season 3 of Digimon. A boy named Takato draws a Digimon, manages to get a Digivice somehow. We're not really sure. He was chosen.
The blue card.
Yes. The blue card gives him a Digivice. He tries to slide his notebook through it, and instead the notebook jams, and he can't get them separated. So late at night, the thing is downloading all of Gailmon's data. And Takato was the first to be the ever human to create a Digimon. Well, not the first ever human to create one, but he's the latest low programmer in their series of creating Digimon. And Gailmon gets brought to life. He lives in an abandoned shed somewhere near the zoo. Next thing you know, he goes out as a Digimon Tamer, as he calls himself, because that's what they were called then now. Instead of Digidestin, they're Tamers now, which means they send Digimon into slavery, somehow.
Well, yeah, kind of, because for Cyberdramon, Rio does have a leash for him to help keep him under control.
Yeah, but this is the thing,
which comes out of the Digivice.
Yeah, because he has a special card to whoop your ass with, so it's slavery. And what happens is, the thing is, he meets a guy who goes by the name of Henry, which is his actual legitimate Japanese government name. Henry shows him Terriermon. Terriermon digivolves to Gargamon one day. Gargamon goes on a shooting rampage, damn near killing everyone, followed by
he literally goes nuts.
And he's laughing during the whole thing. And I'm sorry, I gotta calm my voice down because my voice is echoing throughout my house. He basically goes on a shooting rampage, almost kills everyone. Then further down, they meet the Digimon Queen, as she calls herself, Miss Rika. And on the little girl, when I was a kid, I looked at her, I was like, damn, Rika has a booty.
Oh yeah, she does. Peaches remind you of booty.
Okay,
Peaches
Damon.
remind you of booty.
Okay, Damon. So anyway, what happens is Rika is partnered with a Fox Digimon known as Renamon. Rika and Renamon, the double R's.
And Renamon is one of the most badass rookie Digimon, and actually one of the strongest rookies.
Exactly, and to be honest with you, here's where Pokemon should have gotten sued by Digimon unless they contacted the makers of Digimon and asked them for the rights to this. If you play Pokemon and you have the Pokemon Deontay, Darkside, you should know where I'm heading with this shit. Her and Renamon both share a similar move, Diamond Storm.
Yes.
So shame on you Pokemon for ripping off Digimon. Again. But basically here's the Digivolution for these three Digimon. It is Gilmon, Growlmon, Wargrowlmon, who happens to be an actual Digimon who wasn't drawn but was created by will alone. From Wargrowlmon to Magidramon, from Magidramon to Jestimon, which means it was a mode change.
Yes.
It wasn't it's a branch evolution / mode change.
Yes. And then, let's see. And then, then you get the Bio Merge, which is Gallantmon, and then you got his Burst mode, which is Crimson mode.
Well, that's not really a Burst mode. It's a different type of mode.
True.
It's a Crimson mode, which means mode red.
And that's when.
So that's where they got the time. That's where Power Rangers Time Force kind of get mixed up in this because they had a mode red.
Yes.
Crimson is another word for red. If anybody doesn't know their colors.
Yes. Now, and here's the thing: Pokemon has actually stolen stuff from Digimon before. Mega Evolution.
Look, we're not gonna get into that because Mega Evolution.
I know, but we might.
Look, get this: Mega Evolution, and this is where I put that theory of them stealing it from Digimon or else. Technically, yes. Technically, not.
Well, if you think about it this way, the little wristband they wear is the tag, and then the Mega Stone represents the crest, and then the Pokemon is wearing the other crest, and they go into Mega.
Well, that's the thing. Their Mega Evolution is totally different because even though they're called Mega Pokemon, they're technically still just called by their names. They're not changing their names or anything like that. It doesn't go from Charizard to Omugalamon or something like that.
Well, it goes to Mega Charizard.
Well, yes, it's technically
Mega
Evolution being a different form, but the Pokemon is still the same. And the whole little crest thing that you just mentioned, this is the thing. There's only one crest in Digimon for each of these things, and they don't have copies of it, unlike Myotismon, who made fake copies or whatever.
Yes.
So I kind of think Pokemon did it kind of original, kind of not original. Like they took the idea and they twisted it into their own type of brand for it. True. Which is pretty good.
But then, they also have Burst Heart though, which is basically they stole from.
No, I don't even want to know about that bullshit Burst Heart thing. But here's the thing: Pokemon's Mega Evolutions, they're temporary.
Which is the same with the Mega Evolution for some Digimon.
No, because some Digimon, the only reason why they'll de-Digivolve is because they run out of energy, or because their Digimon partners' power isn't strong enough to sustain them into that mode forever. Like when Tai asked Agumon back in Season 1, he's like, I like when you're Greymon, but how come you just can't stay that way? Because your emotions aren't high enough.
True. Which, for some reason, Gatomon can stay in her champion form, no problem, somehow.
Well, this is the thing. That's where it gets controversial, because think about this. Gatomon was already a champion before she met Kari, right?
Yes.
She didn't take any energy from Kari to become her champion mode, So for her not to take any of Kari's energy means that she doesn't have to de-digivolve.
Yes. Which I think Salamon is a weird rookie.
Salamon, and this is where it gets funny because it's inbreeding. Salamon's a puppy. Garomon's a kitty.
True.
Unless Salamon's a naked cat. In that case, it's Mio Tai, and them should have known.
Well, it could be a
It's
fixed
crazy.
cat because it kind of
Yeah.
looks Egyptian.
Right, and it does have that little gold collar around its neck.
Yeah, which makes it look Egyptian.
Right, so it's honestly not red. And the thing is, I kind of prefer for her to stay a Garomon, because it makes Kari's Digimon unique from everyone else's.
Which makes her a badass.
And our friend Death is making a very funny comment. You could call Mega Charizard Lizardon.
Now, if any of y'all have not seen the video by Screw Attack, which is War Greymon against Mega Charizard.
Oh my god, why
you
would you
gotta-
even bring that one up? That's just
Oh,
not
come
funny.
on,
Look, that's not
it's
funny.
awesome.
That's basically cartoon rape. We all know who wins.
Charizard gets killed along with Red.
Stop
And
being
then-
such a
and
dick.
then- And
You know what?
then
Go stand your
Ty
ass in the
beats
corner.
and then Ty beats the shit out of Red.
Go stand your ass in the corner.
Oh, come on, you know that is a badass.
And we're almost out of time. We got like 4 minutes left, but we're gonna extend this video by an extra 5 minutes. So basically what happens is, with everything that they do, they finally find their true enemy in this one after running into all 4 of the Digimon Sovereign who were mentioned in the last season. They run into
Yes.
Chichaomon, Azulanmon, and the other 2 whose names I don't remember. And what happens is, they all tell them about the true enemy, which was an original deletion program for Digimon. For if they ever got out of control, they could have invoked this deletion program. But the deletion
Yes.
program kind of went haywire, which means it was the Avenger versus Ultron in Digimon.
Well, technically, it actually evolved like the Digimon did and got its will of its own, and it just wanted to destroy all the Digimon.
And there you go, along with the human world.
Yes, along with the human world, because it lost control of itself and started doing mass deletion.
Basically, it started doing Digimeth and couldn't control itself. And what happened was they won because Henry's dad created the very first red card.
Yes, which was badass.
And the red card caused Terriermon to become a Terrier Tornado again. Well, Mega Gargamon to become a Terrier Tornado again. And at the end of the season, Henry's dad apologizes to him for making them become... well, having to be forced back into the digital world. Even though Gaomon really wasn't from the digital world.
True, he was actually born in the human world, which makes the ending really messed up considering how Gilmon had to leave. But they left it open for another season of Tamer because at the end, the hole that Gilmon dug in the zoo actually led to the digital world.
Exactly. And that's where the infinite loop of them being able to go back is actually achieved.
Which is more than you can say for a lot of them.
Exactly. And if you guys are looking on screen, yes, I'm trying to get Magnamon, and I'm trying to get, let's see, who is it? Magnamon and, Rapidmon, Golden Armor mode. But I can't get them until I get my ABI to 40, and everything else is honestly already, secured. I will have no problem getting them to become what I need them to. So what happens, I'm de-digivolving them all the way back. to the little red little things because I'm gonna increase their ABI or their ABI again. As you can see, one's at 11. Well, his is 9. His is 11. And yes, they're both Ponymon, which means Ponymon can branch out and become many different Digimon. And to tell you the truth, the word pony sounds kind of dirty. Hey homie, what you doing tonight? I'm gonna get some pony. Come right on my pony.
My pony. Everybody likes that poon.
That poon time. Is it that we in the morning and opium shit? Is it that we? Tell you, I never understood that fucking song that people made, that trap song. Lamborghini Mercy, your chick she's so thirsty. I'm in my 2C Lambo with your girls, she's trying to irk me. I was like, oh my god, we let music be made out of anything. So here's my version. I got them chicken wings and that grape soda, bitch. Is it your mama? Is your sister who's sucking my dick? Is that soda Mr. Brown? Watch your mama about to go down. What? Yes, we will literally make a song out of anything. Darkside, you remember that song Chicken Head? What, chicken, what, chicken head? Like, I thought to myself, honestly, who the fuck makes this shit?
I mean, I remember when I was a kid, this random song came on the radio, and the name of the song was Sandwiches, and this is the only part of the song I remember. Let's boogie on the dance floor so we can make sandwiches.
I know what they was talking about, making sandwiches. He wanted to put his burrito in her taco. He wanted to put his beef in her taco and make a Mexican buffet. But anyway, the thing is, with Digimon Season 3, it really didn't impress me except for the bio-merging. Because, like, and this is where they even censored bio-merging because Rika had to bio-merge with Renamon. And if you notice, Rika was not like the others because Rika had a vagina.
Yes, and so they had to do some censoring because they were actually all nude.
Yeah, and everyone got to see that they were actually all nude. Everybody got to see Rika's little business. Even though she was covered by Digicode in certain parts, so it was like the Garden of Eden, children-fied. But at the end, Takato found him a way back to Digiworld to be reunited with Gilmon if he ever chose to. And it worked out for him. And as we head into the next season, which is Digimon Frontier, who have the best opening by far, honestly, just because of the opening. Look to the past as we head for the future to reclaim the digital world. With faith in ourselves and trust in each other, we live by the lessons we learn. And honestly, the reason why I say that they had the best one, even though they censored it a little bit with the Digivolution, because when Zoe Digivolved, they basically made her run around and titties. Well, besides that, they let her run around in her bra and her panties with butterfly wings and a mask on. And yes, I'm talking Kazumon. And she was throwing that ass in a circle for everyone. That was literally one of her attacks, to throw that ass in a circle. But we'll talk about her possibly tomorrow.
Some of that booty.
We'll probably talk about that tomorrow. Or better yet, let's see what time it is. It's 11:42. So with this video ending in less than 2 minutes or less than 3 minutes, we'll probably make another one tonight and just sum up Digimon Season 4 for you. Because Digimon Season 4 was kind of short, but they did have some of the coldest Digivolution that you ever did see.
Oh, big time. And the movie was badass too.
Dark, okay, Death, you are funny. Just don't park your limo in mommy's garage. Just don't park your limo in mommy's garage.
What the hell? Alright, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be ending this broadcast. This is your buddy Darkside.
And your homeboy Black Joker 46, aka Lord Black. We out like fat bitches in dodgeball, y'all.
Peace.
What's up?